Tensions heighten in Middle East. August 5, 2024. Tensions heightened Sunday in the Middle East, with the US moving warships to the region to defend Israel if Iran attacks, while several Western governments urgently told their citizens to leave Lebanon as Hezbollah launched a barrage of strikes targeting Israel. France warned of a highly volatile situation following last week's Israeli airstrike on a Beirut building that killed a Hezbollah commander Fouad Shukr, and hours later Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated in Tehran in a killing that Iran blamed on Israel. The United States, France, Canada, and Britain all told their citizens to leave Lebanon, and in neighboring Jordan also did so. Several airlines suspended or curtailed service to the region. Jonathan Feiner, the White House National Security Council's deputy advisor, told CBS Face the Nation show, "Our goal is de-escalation, our goal is deterrence, our goal is defense of Israel. We are preparing for every possibility," Feiner told ABC's This Week show while adding, "We do not think a regional war is in anyone's interest." After Haniyeh was assassinated last week in Tehran in a guest house he was staying in shortly after attending the inauguration of Iran's new president, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said in a statement, "We consider it our duty to take vengeance." He ordered a direct strike on Israel in retaliation for the killing of Haniyeh, according to a New York Times report, citing 3 Iranian officials on background. White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby told Fox News Sunday, "When the Supreme Leader says he's going to respond, we have to take that seriously. We have to make darn sure we're ready." U.S. President Joe Biden, asked by reporters Saturday if he thought Iran would stand down, said, "I hope so, I don't know." The Israeli military said Lebanon's Iran-backed Hezbollah militants fired 30 projectiles toward the northern part of Israel overnight Saturday into Sunday, but that it had knocked down most of them. The two warring sides have traded a near-daily fire since the Israeli-Hamas war started in Gaza nearly 10 months ago. Even as Israel is on high alert anticipating an attack from Tehran, medics and police said 2 people were killed Sunday in a stabbing attack in a Tel Aviv suburb. The assailant, a Palestinian from the Israeli-occupied West Bank, was neutralized by police and taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Israel has vowed to destroy Hamas in retaliation for its October 7 terror attack that killed 1,200 people and led to the capture of 250 hostages. Israel's counteroffensive has killed at least 39,550 people in Gaza according to the territory's Hamas-run health ministry, which doesn't distinguish between combatants and civilians in its count. Haniyeh, Hamas political chief, was the group's lead negotiator in efforts to reach an agreement on an elusive ceasefire. His killing raised questions about the continued viability of efforts by Qatari, Egyptian, and U.S. mediators to broker a truce and exchange of hostages held by Hamas and Palestinian prisoners jailed by Israel. On the ground in Gaza, the Palestinian Red Crescent said rape bodies had been recovered from a residential building in North Gaza's Jabalia refugee camp after an Israeli airstrike. Medics at central Gaza's Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital said at least 5 people were killed and 16 wounded in an Israeli drone strike on tents housing displaced Palestinians at the medical complex, with a separate attack on a house nearby in the same area killing 3. The Israeli military said its air forces struck about 50 terror targets throughout Gaza in the past 24 hours. Haniyeh's killing has brought the Middle East to its moments of greatest peril in years, the International Crisis Group think tank said in a report issued Saturday. The risk of a spiraling conflagration is high, with the potentials for a miscalculation that would trigger a war without constraints likely greater now than it was in April, the last time Iran directly attacked Israel, to little effect. On April 13, Iran launched its first-ever direct attack on Israeli soil, firing a barrage of drones and missiles, most of which were intercepted after a strike killed Revolutionary Guards at Tehran's consulate in Damascus. The International Crisis Group said that securing a long-overdue ceasefire in Gaza was the best way of meaningfully reducing tensions in the region. On Sunday, Netanyahu told his cabinet he was making every effort to return the hostages, and he was prepared to go a long way to do so. Some material in this report came from the Associated Press.